Hey, Tony Gaskins here. You know, this is something that's been coming up a lot here lately, and this is just how I'm making sense of it. As you see the title, and you noticing this is happening more and more, even in our younger boys. This is happening more, and what a lot of people don't really think about and really realize is that nothing that happens in our world is unintentional. Everything is spiritual warfare. Like, everything is in the spirit world, and a lot of people don't realize that it's always good versus evil. It's always an agenda of the adversary. And when you have feminine men, that right there, it upends society. Like, it changes everything, because a man being feminine is unnatural, and so it puts the man at odds with the woman who is naturally made to be feminine. And the man being feminine may make the woman feel like she is competing with another woman, because they arguing and they bickering, or they having the type of conversations that two sisters would have, the arguments that sisters would have versus what a husband and a wife would have. And so that throws off the woman's mentality and her approach to life, because now she arguing with her husband as if she bickering with her sister. She arguing with her boyfriend as if she bickering with her sister. And that throws things off. And then with the man being more feminine, and when I say feminine, I mean more in his feelings, and then becoming also a man being feminine leads to a sexual perversion, because that man will then start to desire the things that the feminine desires, and the feminine desires masculine. And it's unnatural for a man who is supposed to be masculine to desire the masculine, but it's because he's operating from the feminine. And the root of this, it all goes back to our rearing, our upbringing, how we being raised, what we seeing. And this is the sole reason why I had my son for his whole life. When he had a cell phone, he couldn't take his phone in the room. And this was the sole reason, because what you have to realize is when men watch that stuff, and I seen a little bit of it the other day on Twitter, which is now X. So they got it wide open on them. Went on there, never go on there. Went to my mentions, or notification, and it said this man started following you. And it was a brother. Y'all gotta forgive me, I'm drinking my shake my wife made me. And it was a brother, and I had just, I've been talking to coaches and stuff like that, different people. And so I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, well, let me see one of these coaches. I click on the brother page, because I follow everybody back on there, so it ain't. I click on the brother page to see who he is. All he got is nasty movies all down his page. It's almost as if like his page has been hacked, and they just using his page for that. And it just was nasty movies all down the page. And I'm like, wow, this is on X. Anybody could see this. Like, this man, this account can follow your 16-year-old who on there to market his football highlights to college coaches. This account can follow anybody, and they could just go on there, no subscription, not having to visit no site, and see all they want to see right here on this man page. That's the world we live in. And the thing about it is, when men watching that, these men, they start to look at the man. You only gonna watch it for so long before they start to look at the man, because the woman is, the body is internal. So because a woman is a receiver, it's nothing to look at on the woman. The man is doing all the work. It's the man's instrument that's doing all the work. You see what I'm saying? Think about it now. Think about it. When it comes to the woman, at that point, you just looking at surface. You just looking at skin. That's it. The whole instrument that's being used is the man. Think about the filthiness. Think about the filth and the disgust. Yeah. You see what I'm telling you? So that is how these men are becoming more feminine. They starting to desire men. And the next thing you know, and that's because they watching that filthiness, and that's the trick of the enemy. That's why everything, when you notice now, but guess what? Why they doing that? Why they produce this stuff? The love of money. The love of money is the source of all evil. The love of money. These people making billions. OnlyFans make billions. If they cut out all of their sexual content, nudity content, they'll be a $10 million a year company. They making billions selling smacks, y'all call it on here. Billions. White boys getting rich. And it's like, think about that. I follow a billionaire, or he got a, I don't know, $1 billion company. On Instagram, what he sell? Electronic cigarettes. The other people, like, anytime you gonna sell something that's bad for you, think about that. How much money you think vapes make? Vapes, the little thing. Cigarettes, weed, alcohol. You see what I'm trying to tell you? Everything that's bad for you make the most money. It's the adversary. It's spiritual warfare. People don't think about it. People don't think about it. So a man and a woman should never watch porn, because it is debaucherous, it is filthy, it is disgusting. It makes you a barbarian. It makes you filthy. It makes you disgusting. It makes you full of filthy lucre. It makes you sexually immoral. It destroys you from the inside out. It ruins your life. It ruins your life. It destroys you. You got to realize and understand that. But I got them bumps on the back of his head. Got to get a cream on now. What this is? Building rehab group. Okay. What they call? Southern Building Rehab. Okay. All right. Okay. I think that's the man's son. But they done shrunk the furniture store. They shrinking the furniture store. No, they still got it up there though. It's still big. Cut that down. Okay. Got the pharmacy. So that used to be furniture store. That used to be furniture store. And the furniture store shrinking. Y'all don't come over here to my office. I done paid the rent. I'm about to turn this over to the foundation headquarters one day. But listen to me. This right here stuff is turning society out. It's turning society out. This is why it's a rise in femininity. This is why these boys is painting their nails. This is why these boys is so into their homeboy. They having visualizations. Now, what's happening is, I seen a man online that it was the captions I saw. He was talking about the wider a man nose is, the bigger his thing is. That's what the man said. It's like, you know what? The guy was a actor in those movies, in the nasty movies. It's like, sir, how did you come to that conclusion? You had to look at enough men. You had to look at enough men to come to that conclusion, sir. So you had to be looking around at these men all day long. And so guess what? When these young men and these grown men, when they watching this stuff, it's like them girls gonna get younger and younger. They're gonna look very young. The girl might be 18. It's legal for her to do it. She might be 18 but look 12. She might be older than 18 like Ariana Grande and look 12, 13, 14. So now that's why these dads are letting their daughters walk around with booty shorts, because they desensitized, because they literally watching women that look younger than their daughter get toe out the frame on these movies. So they desensitized. They literally are. So now that's why a lot of 16-year-old girls are dating grown men, got boyfriends that's 25, 30 years old, because these men are used to looking at women on they movies, they nasty movies that's built just like this 16-year-old. So now that's why you see so many men wanting a younger and younger and younger woman. That's why Jeffrey Epstein got into that, what he got into. That right there. That, and that's why he had all of those rich men into that. Because what you got to realize about these type of men, they socially awkward. So while men like myself was out here able to go and have women and be doing stuff with women, they couldn't do that. So because they couldn't do that, guess what they had to do? They had to watch a movie. And then they had to pay for it. They had to watch a movie, and then they started to cast girls. And so they literally was casting it, the show on Netflix, I think, high school girls. They was picking up high school girls and then bringing in all these rich men. And that's why they trying to say Trump wrote that letter. They saying Trump sent him that letter for his 50th birthday, talking about, you know, to another year of a world's greatest secret. If that letter is from Trump, that means Trump conscience started to eat him, and like, make sure you don't tell nobody. Make sure this a secret. And they try to say the man took his own life, which he could have took his own life, but at the same time, somebody else could have took his life for the documents and for the stuff he know. Because it's like, look at this. They out there saying that the thugs in Atlanta is telling. How Jeffrey Epstein ain't finna tell. They probably thought Jeffrey Epstein was finna snitch. So they probably like, oh, if Jeffrey Epstein finna snitch, no sirree, Bob. Somebody knows somebody. So like, listen, if you mess around and you get reached out to somebody from the Bill Gates Foundation, a billionaire, and they set up old meeting, hey, you're gonna be took care of for the rest of your life. Let's take care of that. Absolutely. I'm lining you up. Billionaire come to me, I'm the warden, I'm lining you right up, Jeffrey. Epstein. I'm like, Liz, I'm in here working 16-hour day for $40,000 a year. I'm lining you up. I'm like, thank you. The wages of sin is death. The wages of sin is death. Look what Jeffrey Epstein got into. Look how he died. The wages of sin is death. So listen to me. So listen, somebody, and I'm gonna tell you this right here now. Whether Trump sent that letter or not, he know Epstein. The president, our president, was friends with a pedophile. That lets you know the state of our world. That right there lets you know the state of our world. Like, listen. I might run for president one day. I have never been around no pedophile. I have never been on no pedophile jet. Ain't no pedophile. Never. It's like, listen, I ain't never been indicted for no fraud. This our president. And people turn a blind eye to it. Oh, well, he got good policies. Oh, he finna make us some money. You got to look at the character of a man. The man said out his mouth, you can grab these women by the pee when you famous. Come on now. Oh, well, you know, I just focus on policies. I don't focus about the man. You can't separate the two. You cannot separate the two. If you ain't got a good person, you not finna have a good leader. Point blank period. And it's like, I'm risking. Now they finna try to audit me. Finna try to throw me in jail for talking. Hey, I go sit down. I ain't scared of jail like these thugs. I'm like, I'm not worried about no prison. Like, I'm not scared of it. To be honest with you, like everybody be, man, listen, I like me solitude. Man, listen, I told my wife, if they come and get me and I got to sit down, I need me some time away, man. Listen, I'm not finna be in there crying and complaining. You know why though? Because I ain't on no substances. I don't smoke weed. I don't need nothing every day except for oxygen. That's all I need every day, oxygen and water. I don't need water every day, don't need food every day. So see, that's different, built different. That's how the men of God was able to go to prison and survive and get through there, because they had God. They had a mission, they had a purpose. It's something bigger than that. But when you're addicted to this world, when you're addicted to that corn, when you're addicted to that fornication, you're addicted to that marijuana, you can't sit behind them bars like that. And so see, you can't, that's why you can't say what you're supposed to say, do what you're supposed to do for the Lord, because you're too worried about man. Listen, I'm not worried about Donald Trump. I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about the government. Like anything, any mistake I make in business and IRS and all that, I have to deal with that. Be like, oh, I missed that right there. Oh, the person I put in place missed that. If they missed that, I mean I missed that. I'm not finna blame my CFO like Fawn Weaver at Uncle Nearest putting all the fraud on her CFO. No, that's your employee. That's what you supposed to be looking into. So guess what? If my employee mess up, I got to eat that. That's on me. That's on me, baby. See, listen, I'm not finna run from it. And this is what we have. We have a lot of men today that are running from responsibility, running from reality, running from the call of the Lord. They running from it. Y'all, I'm up here to the office and woke up this morning. You hear me? Good old shake from Hawaii. Y'all forgive me. Got to bust it down. Tatiana. And man, that shake so good. Then got me a good old lunch. My wife made lobster bisque shrimp pasta last night. Boy, look here. So I got to go over here to my other office and put it in the fridge, because it's not a fridge in the second office. Put that pasta in the fridge. So listen to me. So let's see where my keys at. So that's what I want you to understand is we got a lot of men running from their responsibility. And because they running from their responsibility, okay, I'm gonna have to put the keys on the other side, man. Oh, my battery is low. So I have an active brain. So I have to sleep with, I go to sleep listening to stuff because my brain will be racing. And a lot of people don't understand the brain of a billionaire. It's not normal. So being that I'm a billionaire in the making, my brain don't really slow down like most people's brain. And I'm not finna take no medication to slow my brain down. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So what I do is I place some in my ear and it just distract my subconscious. And so, and then I fall asleep like that. Y'all forgive me. Y'all coming to work with me. See, this is my other office here. This is my main office. But I've been over there because this office here take a special, it takes a special Freon in the AC. And so this right here finna be, this the foundation, Tony Gaston Family Foundation headquarters. We running our programs, building out. So this over here take a special Freon. It's an old school that is outdated. Nobody use it anymore. So it's harder to get. And then they trying to charge, they talking about you need 3.5 pounds of it and they want $300 per pound. So that's $900. $1,050 for it. And I'm like, no sirree, ball. We're gonna have to wait on that. We're gonna have to wait on that. So let me let that office right there sit for a little bit until the Lord say it's time. And I know it's time when he provide above and beyond. Until then, I'm over here in my other office. And this is the office that it was gonna be a lounge. And we're gonna turn it like a little co-working space. And it's kind of what it is. I just ain't fully, charging folks really like that to come up here and work. But the Lord is good, He make a way. He make a way out of no way. And so, y'all forgive me, I got to get plugged up. And so this what's happening today. We having men that are running from responsibility, running from sacrifice, running from the grind, running from growth. They running from this stuff. And they go to indulging into filth. And when they indulge in that filth, it start to change their life for the worse. Change their life for the worse. Uh-oh. And so when it start to change their life for the worse, everything start to fall apart. All right, y'all forgive me now. Get a little charge on this here phone. And if you're a coach, y'all forgive me a little loud now on there. If you're a coach in my life coach certification, you got the email about the shout out and all of that coming to you live. Got that for y'all. Y'all forgive me. But look here, man. I'm trying to put my charge on there, man. Trying to get my charge on my phone and trying to hold my phone up there on my thing. See, listen, I make it happen at any cost, you know. And it's a lot of people that's bougie, and they got their studios and they got all that right there set up. They got their videographer. Listen, I just come to you live, real raw, in full effect. It's all the way live. And so that's what you got to realize and understand. You got to make it happen to get the truth out there. And see, the thing about the Lord is, He have us come to you like this. The ones who really work for Him, He'll have us come to you real raw and live, just so that you know it's all the way real. Ain't nothing fabricated. Ain't no note cards. Ain't nothing scripted. Ain't nothing memorized. Ain't no bullet points. It's just a flow of the Holy Spirit and just wisdom from on high that He drop on us, that He give to us to help us understand this here world that we living in and make sense of this world. And then it's our job to disseminate that message across the land. And He opened doors and He expand territory. That's why I'm going to Johannesburg, South Africa, November 8th. Get your tickets, link in the description. Because of what God got me doing. And y'all got to forgive me, my face got a little, look like an oil on it, but I just did my 3-step skin routine not long ago. Not too long ago, woke up and slept in this morning. So it's 9:45 a.m. I got up like by 8 a.m. So y'all forgive me. And this is what I want you to think about. So when you look around and you see these men out here, and you see even your pastors feminine, your leaders feminine, and you wonder why so much bickering and complaining on these podcasts, and you see these men on these podcasts and they be going back and forth with women, and they be arguing and they be debating and they be doing all of that and they going back and forth all the time. It's because they watch corn. They feminine. So, cause as a man, we don't argue with women. As a man, we don't compete with women. Listen, life is hard, but as a man, we make a way. We ain't going back and forth. Like, I'm not worried about what a woman bringing to the table. As long as she is loyal and trustworthy and honest, that's what I tell my wife. I'm like, listen, without honesty, if I can't trust you, I can't be with you. Like, if I got to catch you in lies after lies after lies, I can't be with you. And then what I had to learn, because she would lie to me, and it'll be little white lies. But what I had to learn is my personality was so dominant, was so controlling, was so in your face, overly masculine, that I didn't create a safe space. That she was afraid. That she had got to a point where it was like she didn't know if she could tell me the truth about where she loaned this money or where she did spent this or did this or did that. So I realized, okay, leadership is service, and strength is gentleness. So I had to create that space very quickly, early on. And as a man, that's what you mainly worry about. Like, to be honest with you, as a man, I was thinking this morning, I'm like, I really ain't worried about sex. Like, I'm not even thinking about that. I hear so many people talking about that, and oh, it's so important and all of this. It's like, no, it's not. It's important when you got an addiction. It's important when you watch porn. But when you live a normal life, a normal existence, like, you got way more important things to think about than sex. It's like, I got to make a living. I got to earn money. Like, what is sex gonna do for me? There ain't nothing but an orgasm, and it don't do nothing but deplenish your body. It slow you down, make you feel lethargic, pull all your strength and energy out you. And it's futile because I'm not trying to have another child. I ain't trying to get my wife pregnant. So what am I doing? It don't make me feel like Superman. It don't make me feel strong. It don't make me feel motivated. It make me feel slow and lethargic, weak in the knees. So I'm like, why has this feeling, this sensation, put men in a chokehold? You in a chokehold chasing a nut, chasing a feeling that does nothing for you, but give you a hit, a dopamine hit, to help you forget about your stress and your problems for a few minutes. That's weakness. We got to get to a place to where we embrace those problems. We embrace the struggle. We learn from it. We face it head on, and we stop seeking relief from it. And the relief is the alcohol, it's the marijuana, it's the pornography, it's the masturbation, the orgasms, the fornication, the adultery, the gambling. It's vices, the video games. It's like a lot of things that we put in our life as men is for a relief from our problems, from what we got to do. And we got to change that, and we got to face it head on. And so I want y'all to realize that the rise in femininity that you see is due to the porn. It's due to the OnlyFans. That's what it's due to. And the stuff is addictive. I know it's addictive. I ain't even got to watch it. Like, I just pictured it in my head going to OnlyFans and clicking on the one subscription and subscribing. I'll be watching that all day because it'll be just so interesting to see something that you're not supposed to be seeing. To see somebody behind closed doors that you don't know, and you getting to see all their body parts, when you know it's customary to have to approach somebody, get to know somebody, go through a whole lot to get to know them, go on a date with them, deal all with them, do all of this to see their naked body. Now here you can go. Y'all forgive me, my family in the family chat on the phone, so I'm trying to see what's happening. What? Look at God. My son game got canceled tomorrow. We were trying to go up there, and I'm like, Lord, listen, man, it's finna cost, man. All these flights, Lord, it's finna cost me $2,500. My son, he a freshman. You know, he developing. You know, he out there on the development team. Like, Lord, $2,500 to see this. Gang got killed. Look at God. Look at God. Woo! Woo! Lord, you been good. So I might go do my speaking engagement that I was supposed to do tomorrow. I mean, Thursday. Y'all forgive me. Y'all forgive me. I'm glad my son don't watch my YouTube videos because he upset. Game got canceled. Lord, and I'm so thankful I ain't booked them flights yet. I was getting ready to book them flights. I was gonna book the flights yesterday. Ooh, I would have been hurt. But the flights, they don't really change like that no more. The prices, like back in the old days where the flights be going up real crazy. Now we in such a recession. These airlines like, listen, we can't charge people more money. If we want somebody to get on here, we got to keep these things the same price. So now they pretty much stay the same price. And so that's what you got to realize and understand what we going through. And what you could do to combat it, you got to find out early if a man watch that stuff. And then what you also got to do is when it comes to raising boys, you got to have control of that phone. And you got to let your son know, like, hey, all your apps, everything on your phone is on my phone. I got a mirror app on there to where I can see everything, all your activities. So don't try to get slick. Don't try to sneak and hide. Do the right thing. God is watching you. And at nighttime, phone come in my room. Plug your phone up in my room. If you got a problem with it, you just won't have a phone. I pay the phone bill. And just like that, you ain't got to yell, you ain't got to scream, you ain't got to posture, you ain't got to do none of that. You ain't got to do none of that. But hey, it's Tony Gaston. God bless you. Keep your head up. Thank you for all my supporters. We got a lot going on. All the important links is in the description. I really appreciate you for everything, all the support. Because being out here carrying this message and carrying this message by myself, if you realize it ain't a lot of us. It ain't a lot of us that say what the Lord tell us to say. Because you got to realize that when I'm speaking on this here porn, I might be speaking on my homeboy addiction. I might be speaking on somebody that know me very well, closely. I'm speaking on their addiction. I might be stepping on my own son's toes. All his friends who watch me, I might be stepping on their toes. Like, the message is not ever comfortable, but it ain't about my comfortability. It's about obedience. And also, YouTube try to attack the page all the time. They want to try to, if you get too real, you say certain words, they try to demonetize you, tell you can't make no money from advertisement and all of that. So I really appreciate y'all's support, and goes further than you know, especially to those of you who, when you send them cash out, because the whole thing come to me. With YouTube, they get 30% of everything, and then the advertisements they get 45%. But donations and stuff they get 30%. And so sometimes I open that cash out, somebody be done sent me a blessing. Listen, that thing go right to work. And so I appreciate you and I thank you. And remember, we got the all access membership. I'm building that up. My goal for that right there is to get at least 1,000 members in there, because that's gonna be a beautiful thing. I want to do a Q&A every week when we hit 1,000 members. They'll be at different times, and then I'm gonna launch the chapters. And then when we fall beneath 1,000 members, I got to bust my behind and get more members get in there, because I want to build up some robust chapters throughout the country, and then also be able to visit with those different chapters, whether that's on Zoom and then sometimes in person, like how I'm going up to Charlotte this week. If I had my North Carolina chapter, then we'll be able to meet up, whether that's at an Airbnb and just kick it and do a little, what you call it, potluck. Can't eat everybody cooking, but being that we all in the membership, we'll trust each other for one night, or order in, Chinese food and just sit there and network, change business cards, talk about what's up in the media, drop jewels on each other, and just build. And so once we get there, I'm gonna start bouncing around the country, doing those little meetups with the chapters, and a lot of it'll be included, or it might just be a small little ticket price to help pay for the Airbnb where we meeting at, or the restaurant. Everybody chip in for the bill or something like that, just so that we can meet like-minded people. Because it takes a certain mindset to make an investment into your personal development every month. So right now it's only $15 a month. It's less than Netflix, but yet still too much for the average person to invest in self-development. But we'll spend it on Netflix now. We'll spend it on Stars to watch Power by 50 Cent. But when it comes to feeding your mind and taking courses that can make you some money, It just sounds too expensive. And I know that's how the mind works. Trust me, I know. I had to overcome it myself to build my brand and to get to where I'm at now. And it still ain't easy. I'm still in the struggle. I'm still in the struggle. I still consider it a struggle because of where I'm trying to go, where I'm trying to get to. I'm trying to be a billionaire. And it ain't about the money. I ain't gonna do nothing but get all the money away. I ain't gonna do nothing but build community centers and outlets and outreaches and things of that nature. But I just need that type of capital and access to be able to do what God has called me to do. And so until then, I'm showing him that I'm gonna do the work with what I have where I'm at, so that he knows and understands that if I do this much, and if I give hundreds of thousands of dollars away in ministry every year at this level, Lord, imagine what I'm gonna do when I'm Elon Musk level, when I'm a billionaire for the kingdom. And we ain't having no funny business. We not selling out to the money like a lot of these pastors have done. We're gonna keep building the righteous way. So thank you, because you are part of that. And every single time that you do anything, subscribe, make a donation, join a membership, I pray blessings over you, because it's gonna come a day to where it's gonna be tribes like ours that lead movements. And yes, we're gonna be feared. Yes, we're gonna be threatened. Yes, we're gonna have power. We're gonna have voting power. We're gonna have movement power. We're gonna be able to move the needle, because when everybody sign that signature on that petition for this or that, it's gonna hold weight. When everybody speak up, when everybody willing to meet up at the location with a sign, when everybody willing to write in and file a complaint, when everybody willing to join the class action lawsuit, you have power in numbers. And that's what they worried about. And especially when it's believers, to where you ain't got to spend a dime. All you got to do is come together and pray the walls down, the walls of Jericho. And that's what they worried about. But hey, this Tony Gaskins. God bless you. Keep your head up, keep going, and we'll be in touch. All the important links in the description. Talk soon.